Good afternoon. It's Wednesday, October 19th, and this is your Wednesday word for the week. It's been a minute since we've done a Wednesday word, but we have a lot going on. We have a lot to talk about. And so I know it's lunchtime for many people. Lunchtime on Wednesdays is a good time for me, and I hope it's a good time for you to sit down and listen to important detail, important things and events coming up at Nicholson Baptist Church and just in general. If not, we are going to record this to YouTube and we'll shoot it in a link and you can watch it later. But as you're watching, especially if you're live on Facebook with us, if you're live on YouTube, if you have questions, if you have comments, anything that you think that people would benefit from knowing or from having a question answered or something like that, please let us know. Please go and ask those questions and put those out there because really this to be a dialogue, a learning experience, a time where I share some things with you that I do have time there from the pulpit every Sunday, but also you have the opportunity to ask questions and to get clarification on things that are going on and things that are urgent. So I'm going to take just a moment to make sure that that we're up and that we're going and running and everybody can see. It looks like we're good on Facebook, so I'm going to go ahead and share this to our church Facebook page. Give me just a second to do that. We'll go ahead and share this to Nicholson Church, and so you can watch on my personal page, or you can watch this on the church page, and then on YouTube. Let me check YouTube real quick, make sure we're going on YouTube. Got a little technology. Sometimes it works, sometimes not so much, and we hope that it is working today. So let me check this real quick, and it's like we're up and on both platforms. So if you're with me, if you can see me, if you can give this video a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a smiley face, give us a heart, give us a hug emoji, whatever you're feeling today, and maybe share this video so others can see. We will be talking about the Fall Festival and some things coming up for the community. So whether you're a Nicholson Baptist Church member or attend, or whether you're just somebody who's dropping in to see what's going on at Nicholson Baptist Church, I appreciate you being with me. And again, if you can hang out with me for a few minutes, that would be great, just so I can share some things and make sure that we all on the stage. Our goal with this is to do this every single Wednesday. We don't always around to doing that. Definitely a goal. So I'm sure that we're addressing those things that we always get a chance to do from the pulpit, and really shouldn't. Sundays are for worshiping the Lord. Sundays are for loving each other and encouraging one another and gathering together. They're really not a time to share 20 minutes worth of announcements. And so with that being said, as many of you know, we're in the book of Acts as a congregation, as a church, as a gathering. And so I wanted to start out with just an admonition, a word of encouragement, but also a challenge, especially to those of you who are Nicholson Baptist Church members, Nicholson attenders, those of you who serve with us, those of you who consider yourselves a part of our local fellowship. And that word is just commitment. That word is devotion. Okay, when we look at Acts 2:42, again, the early church is starting to come together. The early church is starting to form. The early church is starting to find themselves and find their mission and their vision and really what God would have them to do on this earth in the wake of the ascension of Jesus. And so at the end of Acts chapter 2, God's word says they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and prayers. There were four things that they devoted themselves to. They devoted themselves to listening to sound teaching. They devoted themselves to fellowship. They devoted themselves to breaking bread together, to sharing meals together, and observing communion together. And they devoted themselves to praying together. But that word devoted, to me, is where it all begins. And so if you're with us, if you're going to serve with us, if you're going to be with us, if you're going to be a Christian in any sense of the word, a follower of Jesus Christ, there must come a time in your life, even after conversion, even after salvation, where you say, I'm not just going to live the nominal, minimal Christian life. I want to be devoted. I want to devote myself to the things that are important. And we learned in Acts chapter 1, verse 8, to be witnesses for Jesus is important. We learn at the end of Matthew to go and make disciples and baptize and teach people to obey the commands of Christ. That's important. We learn here in Acts 2:42 to devote ourselves to gathering together and to listening to sound teaching and fellowship and breaking bread and praying. Those things are important, but it all begins with a devotion to Jesus, not just necessarily a commitment, but a devotion to being who God's called us to be and doing the things that God has called us to do. And that's really what we need, especially talking from our church perspective. We are in a growing stage. We have been now for about 2 years. The Lord has blessed us beyond measure, but in that, what the danger in that is complacency and entitlement and expectation that those things are going to continue without any real work being put in. And that's not the way that has. God blesses us and God does work, but God involves us in his work as well and uses us as instruments through which he worked. And so my admonition, my encouragement, my challenge today, especially for those of you serving with us, is to be committed, be devoted, devote yourself to doing what you say you will do. In Galatians chapter 6, Paul says this, starting in verse 7, he says, "Do not be deceived. God is not mocked, for whatever one sows, that will he also reap." If we want to continue to grow, we want to continue to bless our community, we want to continue to see people saved and see people baptized and see these great things happening, we must sow to that. We must work to that, because whatever one sows, that will he also reap. Whatever our church sows, that is what we will reap. For the one who sows to his own flesh will reap from the flesh corruption, but the one who sows to the Spirit will reap from the Spirit eternal life. And Paul says this, "Let us not grow weary of doing good. Let us not grow tired. Let us not grow weary. Let us not grow bored. Let us not grow complacent in doing good. For in due season we will reap if we do not give up." So then, as we have opportunity, let us do good to everyone, and especially to those who are of the household of faith. We have an incredible team of servant leaders. Percentage wise, we have one of the highest percentages that I know of people in our church who serve. We're well over 50% of the people who attend our church who are plugged in and serving somewhere and in some way. And that's just amazing. It's outstanding. It really just is unheard of. But again, the danger in service, always, whether it's in church, no matter where you're talking about, is this feeling of the same old, the feeling of monotony, the feeling of just getting settled and complacent and satisfied, and there's nothing wrong with those things to a certain extent. But when it comes to faith, we want to continually be striving to do good. We want to continually be striving to make an impact in our community, in this world, to see people saved, to see people baptized, to see people discipled. Y'all, it's not about conversion, it's about discipleship. And discipleship is a process. It's a lifelong process. It begins with a commitment. It begins with a baptism. It begins with learning the commands of Christ. And those things are lifetime things that discipleship is a process whereby we become more and more like Jesus every day that we live. It's that sanctification process. And so loving God, making disciples, equipping saints, man, we want to equip our parents, we want to equip our families, we want to equip those serving with us to be able to do the work of the ministry. It's not the pastor's job to do all the work of the ministry. It's the pastor's job to equip the saints to do the work of the ministry. And of course, we want to serve others in every way possible, beginning with our church and extending out to our community. We want to serve anyone and everyone who we're able to in any way possible. And so, again, my encouragement, my admonition, my challenge for us is to be committed to ministry, be devoted to the things of God. And that really just what it requires is for you to take a moment and evaluate where you are in your life, evaluate your priorities, evaluate what's important, and make a decision that you're going to be devoting, you're going to be committed to doing the work of the Lord. And then you begin with that, and you fill in the other things in your life, and you schedule your life, and you don't allow life to schedule you, and things will be different, and that will reflect in how you serve. And so going from that right into our servant leader opportunities, again, we have a variety of servant leader opportunities. And if you'll look at the description of this video, you're going to see some links. One of those links is a way that you can sign up to be a servant leader. But if you want to be a servant leader with us, we would love to have you. Again, we have Last time I looked, I think we have almost 300 servant leaders in our church serving in some capacity. And so again, it's phenomenal. It's outstanding. Okay. But in that, again, the danger is complacency. And so if you're a current servant leader, here's what I want to ask you. I want to ask you to sign up. Okay. When we send out these sign up sheets through Breeze, through email, through text, I need you to sign up. I need you to not just dismiss that and not say, well, I'm going to do that later, or I'll just show up and see where they can use me. I really need you to sign up, because in signing up, that helps us to prepare, and that helps us to see where our gaps are and where we need to reach out to people personally and begin to fill in gaps that we have. Signing up is so very important. And then number two, I need you to show up. All right. If you're signed up, need you to show up. If you're signed up, need you to show up and serve and do what you've signed up to do. And of course, we're not talking about extenuating circumstances. We're not talking about sicknesses that come up, things like that. But if you're signed up, show up. And if you're not going to be able to show up, don't sign up, or take your name off just as soon as you can't be there. Okay. Again, that is a part of doing things the right way. That's a part of being a person of integrity, a person of character, a person, again, who is motivated and committed and devoted to service and serving the right way and serving with excellence. We're asking you to sign up, and we're asking you to show up. Okay. I would ask you to be committed. If you're going to serve, be committed, and don't be in and out, and don't be wishy-washy. And again, I'm challenging you, I'm encouraging you as a brother in Christ. Be committed to your craft. Be committed to your service. Be committed to whatever it is God has called you to do, and be consistent in that commitment. Be consistent. Be as consistent as you can be. Y'all know our heart. We've talked about this many times. Our heart is not for necessarily everybody to serve every week, because every opportunity isn't needed every week, and we have enough people that we can rotate. But when it comes your turn, when we say, hey, why don't we get a rotation of every 4 weeks or every 3 weeks, or whatever those things may be, whatever those things may look like, go ahead and be committed and be consistent in your service. Okay. If you're not plugged into Breeze, if you're not getting emails and texts from us, you may not want them, but you need them. Okay. And so if you're not getting those, please reach out to me. I'll make sure that your information is correct. If you're in our system and you're not getting them, it's probably just a typo with an email address or a phone number. You may not be in our system. We're not going to send a multitude of messages every day, but we do send enough where you know what's going on and you have opportunities to plug in to serve. Okay. If you're serving with us as a teacher, as a group leader, someone who's actually dealing with our curriculum and teaching to our folks, and you're not signed up for Ministry Grid, if I say that and you don't know what that is and you're not signed up for Ministry Grid, please let me know, because again, that's something you need. It's an online platform where you can go and you can view our curriculum, and you can get anything you need to teach and to communicate and to be prepared when you come in on those Sunday mornings and Wednesdays. And if you're not signed up for Right Now Media is a resource that we as a church pay for the whole church. It's absolutely free for everyone. It's a resource with over 20,000 videos and Bible studies. Again, it's a wonderful resource, and it's absolutely free to you. If you're not signed up for Right Now Media, again, reach out and I'll get you a link, and it'll take you probably 30 seconds to sign up. And I think you'll really like it. Okay. So that's my encouragement to our servant leaders. Sign up, show up, be committed, be consistent, do what God's called you to do. Be there as often as possible. Okay. And so again, just really quickly running through what we do on a weekly basis. On Sundays, we have music practice at 8:30. All right. We have breakfast at 9:15. We have in groups for all ages at 9:30. And we have our worship service and kids church at 10:30. Okay. It's very simple. We're on a really good schedule right now. I think we're really where we need to be with that. We have, again, in groups at 9:30 for all ages, nursery, pre-K through 5th grade, 6th grade through 12th grade. We have 5 adult classes, and you're free to choose. We really don't break up our adult classes by ages or anything like that, just because we understand that's not how life works. Like when you hang out with someone, you don't ask them how old they are and if they're a male or a female, and that determines whether you're going to hang out with them or not. That's just not the way life works. So we want our groups to be representative of the way that we live life and the way that we spend time with people. So there's 5 adult classes you're free to choose from if you're an adult. Kids church at 10:30 for, again, nursery all the way through the 5th grade. Worship service at 10:30. We're going through the series on Acts right now. We do have a baby dedication this Sunday. We haven't done a baby dedication in quite a while. And here's how we approach baptisms and baby dedications. We wait until that's a request, until that's a desire on someone's heart. And then once we know there's someone that wants to be baptized, or there's a family that wants to dedicate a baby, we give that opportunity to the entire church to join in with that. Okay. And so, we had a family come forward. We have a baby dedication this Sunday. I know we're going to dedicate 4 babies or young children at this point, but if you'd like to be a part of that, if you have a baby or a young child you've never dedicated to the Lord, and that's something on your heart that you'd like to do, please sign up at the link in the description of this video, and please let us know that just as soon as possible so that we can get you on the schedule and you're not left out. If you want to be baptized, there's again a link on the description of this video that says involvement form. If you've never been baptized, you'd like to take that step of obedience. When you're saved, your first step of obedience to Christ is being baptized. It's identifying with Jesus in his death and burial and resurrection, and proclaiming to the world publicly that I am a follower of Christ. If you've never done that, sign up on that link and we will get you plugged in, and we'll do that for you just as soon as possible. Okay. But baby dedication this Sunday, make sure you're signed up if you want to be a part of that. Tonight is our normal Wednesday night services. Wednesday nights, our music team practices at 6. Everybody eats supper at 6:30 who would like to, and then all of our groups and rehearsals and activities officially begin at 7. Okay. And so supper tonight is spaghetti and garlic bread. It's homemade. It's going to be great. You don't want to miss it. Okay. So supper's at 6:30. All of our groups meet at 7. We have an adult group, we have a young adult group, we have choir, music rehearsal, we have a place for pre-K through 5th grade, we have a place for 6th grade through 12th grade. So if you want to plug in, you can plug in. There's no excuse, there's no reason that you can't. And both of our adult groups will be meeting on campus tonight. Some of you guys have asked. I know some of our adult groups have met off campus a few times, but all of our adult groups will be on campus tonight. Okay, so join us for that. We'd love to have you. If you're interested in leading a group, if you're interested in teaching a class, if you're interested in being a leader who teaches and communicates, again, please reach out to me. We're always interested in starting new groups. We're always interested in starting new classes. We're always interested in people to step up and really take on that role. I can't do it all. Matt can't do it all. Kay can't do it all. Our staff can't do it all, but we're looking for people to step up and say, hey, I'd like to lead a group. And what I would love is for our groups to definitely start at the church and then to begin to move out into the community, because we would love for our groups to be in the community and representative of Nicholson Baptist Church wherever you may live, in your community, in your neighborhood, whatever that looks like for you. And in that same vein, I'm very excited that we have a lady named Samantha Yancey who has begun a women's Bible study. It started this past Monday at 7 o'clock. And so for the next 4 Mondays, if you're a lady, if you're a woman who would like to connect with other ladies in our area, we have a women's Bible study that will meet on Mondays at 7 o'clock for the next 3 weeks. And they're going through a series on Right Now Media. And again, I can get you more information about that if you'd like to know. Just some random things to know. Parents, please make sure you check out the Gospel Project resources that we send out, the Gospel Project at Home. Again, our hope is to equip parents to be the principal disciple makers in the home. That's not me. That's not Matt. That's not Kay. That's you. If you're a parent, if you're a guardian, you are the principal disciple maker in your home. And we want to not just tell you that, but to help you become that and to equip you to be able to do that. And those are great resources. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, again, just reach out and I'll help walk you through that. We can always use servant leaders. As I've said, we can always use people who are willing to serve. Again, if you're not on Breeze or Ministry Grid, please let us know because we'd love to get you plugged in and love to help you know what's going on at Nicholson Baptist Church. Okay. So with all that being said, a few upcoming events I need to touch on. I'm going on 18 minutes now. My goal was 20 minutes. So let me just shoot through this real quick. Number one, we have the Fall Festival coming up on Sunday, October 30th. That's not this Sunday. That's next Sunday, October 30th. We'd love to have you first and foremost to attend, show up and be with us. But if you would like to sign up for Trunk or Treat or Cakewalk, if you'd like to provide a vehicle with a trunk or treat, or if you'd like to provide cakes for the cakewalk, desserts for the cakewalk, there's a link in the description of this video. Again, I need you to go to that link and sign up. We will have a cornhole tournament at the Fall Festival. If you'd like to participate in the Cornhole tournament, again, there's a link in the description of this video you need to go to and hit and sign up for the Cornhole tournament. Okay. If you'd like to serve at the Fall Festival, if you'd like to help run the Cakewalk, or if you'd like to help serve food or help serve s'mores or help with the music, there's a variety of ways you can serve for the Fall Festival on the 30th. If you'd like to serve with us, I've been sending out a sign-up sheet. Please sign up on that sign-up sheet. And if you haven't seen that sign-up sheet, you don't know what that looks like or what I'm talking about, again, please just reach out to me right here. Reach out to me by cell phone, whatever you need to do, and I will help you get signed up to serve with us. Okay, so Fall Festival is Sunday, October 30th. That's not this Sunday, but next Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m. at Nicholson Park. Tell all your family, tell all your friends. It's for the whole community. It's not just for our church. Matter of fact, our church's name is not even on it. We don't call it NBC Fall Festival. It's just Fall Festival. It's for the community. Hay rides, inflatables, food, fun, games, activities, all kind of stuff. All right, all kind of stuff. You don't want to miss it, and everything's free. So come out and be with us. Of course, trunk or treat, you can dress up. We ask you don't, if you don't mind, please don't wear scary stuff and inappropriate stuff. We're not into that kind of stuff. We're not celebrating Halloween for those of you out there worried about that. We're having a fall festival to have fun with our church and our community. Okay. And so that's again, Sunday, October 30th. Couple things coming up in November. Number one, church giving, which is our church Thanksgiving, is coming up on Sunday, November 20th. We're going to do chilies and soups and desserts and sandwiches. And so I will send out a sign-up sheet here before long for that. But we're going to ask our people to do a potluck with chilies and soups and sandwiches and desserts and drinks. We know you're going to get all the turkey you can probably eat around Thanksgiving. So we're going to do something a little bit different. And we're excited about that. That's on Sunday night, November the 20th. And that'll probably start around 6 or so. Okay. So again, chilies, soups, desserts, drinks. We'll send out a sign-up sheet. You can sign up and bring your favorite. Bring enough for everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then community giving is that Wednesday. And so church giving is for our church. It's on Sunday, November 20th. Community giving is on Wednesday, November 23rd. And that's where we will serve our community a hot meal, a warm meal for Thanksgiving. It will be turkey. It will be dressing. And we'll also open our clothes closet, which will have new and gently used clothes, shoes, coats, backpacks, all those kind of things that we hope to be able to give out both at Thanksgiving and at Christmas. Okay. So if you have new or gently used clothing, shoes, toys that you would like to donate to our clothes closet, we'd love to have that stuff. You're free to bring it by anytime. Miss Kay, on a normal week, barring any kind of unforeseen circumstances, Miss Kay is at the church Monday through Thursday, 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. Monday through Thursday. Okay. And then we have some things coming up in December. Christmas kickoff. We're going to do an evening of worship on Sunday, December the 4th, an evening of music. And we're going to kick off Christmas season, kick off Advent, those kind of things on Sunday, December the 4th. And then we'll have a community Christmas event on Sunday, December the 11th. Breakfast with a special guest for our kids on Friday, December 16th. Our kids will do their Christmas program on Sunday, December 18th. And then, of course, Christmas will be on Sunday, December 25th. And I've already had questions. Are we going to meet on Christmas? The answer is yes. We're going to meet and we're going to celebrate the birth of Jesus on Christmas. I know it's a revolutionary concept, but we will be meeting on Christmas. We will probably meet at our normal time at 10:30 with no groups or anything like that. We'll probably get together. Kids can wear their pajamas. We'll get together as a family. We'll probably read the Christmas story and sing a few songs and just celebrate the birth of Jesus. Okay. But we definitely will meet on Sunday morning, December the 25th. So try to schedule your family activities around that. We'll have to do that as well. I know that's a busy morning, but I think it's important for us to get together as a church and celebrate the birth of Christ on Christmas. Okay. So that's a lot. I know that's 23 minutes worth of stuff and it's a lot, but y'all, there's a lot going on in the next 3 months. October, November, December are cram full of stuff, and not just our stuff. Y'all know as well as I do. Y'all got family stuff. Y'all got school, athletics, academics. All of it's coming at once. But I want you to know where we are, and I want you to know, some of these important things that, again, I don't always get to share from the pulpit. I probably will take some time this Sunday to share some of this because we can't just keep rolling along without everybody being on the same page. And I know that everybody doesn't have time to take 20 minutes and watch a video. But for those of you who did, Shannon Metters, appreciate you. I see you on here. I see you. I'm glad you love that idea. I don't know who else has been with us today. Brian McCormick, looks like John David, Olivia Freeman. Thank you guys for checking in and being with us today. But if nobody's told you they love you, let me be the first. I love you. I appreciate you, especially if you are part of us at Nicholson Baptist. We love you. We appreciate you. We want to serve you. I know some of you guys have reached out to me. I will get back with you right after this video is over. And just a little side note, my voicemails are doing some crazy things. I just got this morning like 10 or 12 voicemails, and I don't know, they've been lost in cyberspace somewhere. So if you've reached out to me this week, particularly, you have not heard back from me yet, you left me a voicemail, I will get back with you today, just as soon as I can. Okay, just as soon as I can. So we love you. We thank you. Let us know if we can serve you in any way. Don't forget baby dedications this Sunday. Sign up if you have a baby or child you would like to dedicate. And if not, I hope to see you tonight. Come on out and be with us. 6 o'clock music, 6:30 supper, homemade spaghetti, garlic bread. You don't want to miss it. 7 o'clock, all of our groups will be going, and it's going to be a fun time. All right. Hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful rest of the week. Look forward to seeing you tonight. And if not tonight, certainly on Sunday. Let us know if we can serve you. All right.